I hope you would never buy a house without at least doing a walkthrough of the home in person first. Scrolling through the pictures that are posted online is not enough information to know what you would be really getting yourself into and make the purchase. The same should be true with your career planning. Look, I would hope you would never pursue a college degree, which means committing tens of thousands of dollars and years of your time before knowing two things: knowing which jobs that degree will get you and the nitty gritties of that job in full detail. Look, one of my hobbies is drawing house plans. I thoroughly enjoy it for some reason. And I do it on this app that works on a 2D plane, so it looks like you're working at things from an aerial perspective, an aerial point of view. And you draw the walls, you space things out, and then it even lets you put furniture down in this floor plan. And the fun part about it is you're able to click a little button that drops you from the aerial point of view down to first person point of view, toggle through it and do a walkthrough, if you will, of the home that you just drew up. And the cool yet frustrating part of when you toggle through and do the walkthrough in the first person point of view is that you realize the spacing of some of the things that you just drew are not quite what you wanted it to be. And there is a lot of crossover between the way people do career planning and drawing a house plan. Look, people settle too often for aerial point of view level research, if you will. The aerial point of view research in terms of career planning is just doing online research. YouTube, AI, Google, job search engines, those are wonderful starting points for your research to figure out what you want to do for work. And you should know that while it's beneficial, it's not enough research. That is the same as being satisfied with swiping through the pictures of a home that you're considering buying. You should not commit to a college just based on the aerial point of view online research. After you've done aerial point of view online research and figured out a ballpark of what you want to do around specific jobs, you feel like you have a basic level understanding of what those jobs that sound interesting are, you should then move on to two different types of research, which is the equivalent of going from aerial point of view down to the first person point of view walkthrough. And the equivalent is this: it's doing job shadows and informational interviews. Job shadows are more common, more people know about doing these. It's finding somebody that works a job that you're interested in pursuing and saying, hey, can I literally follow you around work for a day? Can I see what it's actually like and make sure that my expectations of pursuing that job and then hopefully getting it one day are accurate? Now, the second thing I mentioned is informational interviews, and these are less commonly done and known about. An informational interview is when you, again, find somebody that has current or at least recent experience in a job that you're considering pursuing and saying, hey, can I sit down with you for 20, 30 minutes and bug you about your job? Ask you what it's actually like, what you like about it, what you dislike about it, what your approach to becoming, to attaining that job was like, what you would do differently if you could go back, really finding out if that job is what you are expecting based on your aerial point of view online research. That is getting down in the weeds. That is going from aerial to in-person or first-person point of view research. So look, make sure that you don't make commitments to years of your life, tens of thousands of dollars to college degrees or training certificate programs without doing the correct forms of research, the necessary points of research before that commitment, that high level of commitment. Don't buy a home without doing a walkthrough. Don't commit to a college degree or certificate training program without doing job shadows and at least informational interviews. I promise they help.